What was your favorite moment from last season?
Probably one of the most hype games we had was when we played the bottom of the seventh inning in its own day, which ended up being our last game of the season. But we all were like super into it, had great team morale, and we ended up coming back and tying it up. So that was pretty electric.
I'd say my favorite moment was a singular half inning where two people hit 3 home runs in one half inning, and Rachel hit 2, I think Caitlin hit 1, and we just have to like keep going outside to line up and do the home run tunnel and like put the chain on, and like we were in the dugout, and then like one at bat later, like home run tunnel, whole home run chain, and then everything again. But, yeah.
It's kind of, I think my favorite moment, or I guess a more memorable game, is when we went to mid, and I don't know why, but it was just a really funny moment when I absolutely fell and over my shoelaces. I tripped, and like I don't know why, but that kind of just like set the mood. Like it was all funny. Everyone kind of like relaxed afterwards, and like we ended up playing a group game. I don't know, but that was just a funny moment.
Wait, another one that I didn't even think of was the Oshkosh walk-off.
Oh, that
year.
was pretty sick.
Lindsay hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the seventh against Wisconsin Oshkosh when we were in Florida, and that was like pretty crazy.
It was big because we had lost to them the previous year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Or 2 years ago in the World Series. And I was on third when she hit the walk-off, and the whole thing was like a fever dream. I like went back and tagged up, and it was like so far over the fence.
Which opponent this year are you most looking forward to facing?
Williams.
Jinx. Watch out.
Yeah.
Also?
Sure.
All right. So as a freshman, what went into your decision to choose Tufts?
So for me, I always wanted like a higher academic school, but I also wanted somewhere that I could play very good softball at a highly competitive level. And it's really hard to find like such a perfect school like Tufts that has like the great mix. And when I came to campus, I just realized how much like more I actually loved it. So it was essentially everything that they had to offer.
Who on the team would you say you most connected with when you were new to the team?
I mean, freshman-wise, Emma Wingate, but other than that, I'd say Carrie Ann or Josie.
Which opponent this year are you most looking forward to facing?
Oh, for me, Babson, mostly because I know that last year was such a good game, and I also have my old teammate is on the team, and we're always back and forth about which team's better, and I've showed the stats, and Tufts is better, but I'm ready to just like shove it in her face. So.
All right, what was your favorite moment from last year?
Maybe Florida. We were playing Wisconsin Oshkosh, and Lindsay Newman hit a walk-off home run. It was a very big moment. We were very close to our first loss in Florida and of the season, even though it was very early, but super exciting for the team. Super exciting for her.
Which opponent this year are you most looking forward to facing?
I think Williams, just because they've tested us a lot, especially last season, and kind of just looking to come back at them and see who can kind of come out on top this year.
Who would you say was the most influential person in your softball upbringing?
In my softball upbringing? Probably my dad and my sisters. My 2 older sisters were also college softball players, so that was very influential. And my dad has been very supportive throughout the whole process, taking me to a lot of games, and just like giving me all the tips, helping me keep my confidence. So my dad mostly, my sisters, and then my mom too for being there for me throughout the whole thing.
What was your favorite moment from last season?
I feel like our Florida spring break trip is always really fun for everyone.
That was a good one. Walk-off against Middlebury was really fun in the NESCAC tournament.
This year, which opponent are you most looking forward to facing?
Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Why?
Well, we're always pretty excited to face them. There's a little rivalry there, and they beat us in NESCAC last year, so.
Which person would you say was the most influential in your upbringing as a softball player?
Oh, for me, it was my hitting coach for sure. I started going to him when I was 12, and I went to him all through when I graduated high school. Shout out, Coach Mark.
For me, it was, I think, my high school softball coach. He was just really great, always really supportive.
What was your favorite moment from last season?
I wouldn't say it was like a singular moment, but last year we had this thing where every time we would walk out to the field, we have the block rocker going, and we would always play Hot Wings, the song from Rio, and the entire team would just like jam out to it. We'd have props and everything, and I thought that was really fun.
Hooked on a Feeling.
Yeah, Hooked on a Feeling was the other song we would play.
Yeah, I would say that, and like our whole Florida trip was really fun last year.
Which opponent this year are you most looking forward to facing?
Williams, because I think we need to get some revenge from last year's NESCAC championship game.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Which person would you say was the most influential in your softball upbringing?
There was a girl that I knew from high school that was like a couple years older than me, and I always, like, the reason that I'm number 18, like, she was a pitcher, I wanted to be a pitcher, like, fully, like, was my drive, and like I wanted to be like her.
What was your favorite moment from last season?
I think Lindsay hitting the walk-off for Oshkosh was one of the best moments we had.
Yeah, that was good.
That was hype.
I think also Rachel's home run against Babson, and then although the season didn't end the way we wanted it to, I think against Moravian, like those last few days, we really got like pumped up when going after the field.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fun, like getting ready for those games and trying to make a comeback.
Your at bat was really good.
Thanks.
Also,
Go. I was gonna say walking out to the field and like during the playoffs listening to Hooked on a Feeling.
And Hot Wings.
yeah. I'd say Lohos hit, we were down by, I think, 1 run in the MIT game, 5th inning. We were able to go into extra innings, and it was a hype moment for everyone, for sure.
All right, which opponent are you most looking forward to facing this year?
I'm ready to face Bates.
Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
I'm excited for MIT because I feel like they're always a good competition to play.
Okay. Who was the most influential person in your softball upbringing?
I'm gonna say definitely my dad. He was really supportive through all the tournaments, and a lot of his weekends were taken away due to traveling, and we couldn't really do a lot of vacation stuff growing up. So
Yeah, I'd say up until coming to Tufts, my only coach was my high school and my travel coach, and she shaped a lot about how I think it means to be a teammate and what a good softball player is, but more importantly, what a good teammate and person is.
My uncle introduced me to softball. I would go watch games when I was like 6 years old, watching D1 commits, and that kind of brought my love for the game, and ever since then, like, played with his organization and just gone with it from there.
I would say my parents and my grandparents, going off of what Clara said, they dedicate a lot of time to helping us with this sport. And then also my pitching coach. She's been my coach for the past 12 years, and we've really built a bond.
I would say my mom, she played softball in college as well, and she was like my little league coach all growing up, like beginning travel coach, and so she like really like brought me to softball and like took me to all my tournaments and is like the most important reason that I'm like playing the game now, so yeah.
Would you talk a bit about your decision to come to Tufts?
I'm from California, so I always wanted to go to the East Coast, and with the school being so rigorous, I thought, why not be able to go to a location I love while having great academics? And of course, being able to play the sport I love.
Yeah, I completely agree. I came from like the STEM side of Tufts and also like the opportunity to play softball.
What's your major? Where were you going to major in, you think?
I think applied mathematics.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm like the same as Heaven. I'm from Texas, so I really wanted to go up north and experience something different for college, so yeah.
All right. Which player on the team would you say you connected with right off the bat when you came and joined the team?
I would say I connect with Bella Jimenez because we went to the same high school, and I feel like just like reconnecting that same friendship we had when we were a freshman and a senior in high school, and then now freshman, senior in college. That's like really fun to see, and she's very welcoming.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but Rachel Moore went to my high school as well, and I never met her because she's a 5th year, but I heard a lot about her, so it was like cool meeting her when I got here.
I connected really well with Emma, like named twins. We're basically like the same person, and I really like her a lot, yeah.
Nice. Which person would you say was the most influential in your softball upbringing?
I would say my mom. I would say everyone else, all my other siblings, they all played soccer, and I was kind of like predetermined to play soccer. But like my mom always played softball when she was growing up, and she couldn't continue her career in like later years, so I'm kind of doing it for her.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd say my dad. He's always really been there for me and gone above and beyond for me and everything. So it's really awesome.
Yeah, I would also say my dad always watches my games, really just always supports me.